What is going on, everybody? Chris here with Noob Ventures, and in this episode, I'm not going to be talking about how bad I am at Counter-Strike. I'll be teaching you how to get better at it. Now, that might sound really weird, and I also do apologize for the clickbaity title, but I do promise that this video will be invaluable to you if you want to get better at Counter-Strike. Now, you guys might know that I was a professional Halo player, so all my advice is going to come from my heydays in Halo. Are you kidding me? In this video, I'm not going to go over advice you can get anywhere else. This video is going to have different advice than you've heard anywhere else, but more importantly, it's going to be unique advice. This is a one-of-a-kind video. Before we get into the actual content of this discussion, I have to start off by stating none of this will help you if you do not already have an extremely solid practice and training routine. No, that was gonna be sick, dude. That was gonna be montage worthy. Now, as far as your solid training and practice routine, you should be playing multiple hours each day, and you shouldn't just be playing. You should be working on your weaknesses. The only way you're going to get better is by hammering down on the things that you are worst at. What makes this video different than every other video out there is the fact that I'm going to be teaching you extracurricular activities for improving your skills. I'm not talking about warm-up/practice maps. I'm talking about activities that have nothing to do with Counter-Strike, yet they will greatly improve your in-game skill. Now, the first activity that I'm going to talk about are cognitive boosters, or brain games for short. Now, these are games that over time will help train your brain to become more quicker and efficient. I know it sounds like a scam, but I can vouch for them firsthand. I've been using Lumosity, a brain training website, for the past 2 years, and my reaction time has come all the way down from around 200 milliseconds to just 130. I'm being dead serious. 2 years ago, it would have been physically impossible for me to score 130 on a reaction time test, and now I can do that. Your brain is like a muscle in the sense that if you train it, it'll get stronger and faster. It's also like a muscle in the sense that if you quit using it, you will lose it. Because I now have a quicker reaction time than I ever used to, I find myself flicking ridiculous shots on players now more than ever. I never used to have an insane shot or an insane reaction time, but over time, I've been able to develop a great shot and a crazy good reaction time through hard work. And I'm of course talking about my shot in Halo, right? You don't have to settle for having slow reaction times. You can join Lumosity or any other brain training website and start training today. Now, no, I'm not sponsored by Lumosity, I just really believe in their service. So that's number one, brain training games. Now, number two, because I've played console games all my life, I'm not necessarily the best with the mouse. In fact, compared to a controller, I absolutely suck with a mouse. But I've been getting a lot better in a very short amount of time. Something that really helps me with my aim outside of playing Counter-Strike is the game OS or OSU. I'm going to call it OSU because I'm an American, right? But it's a rhythm-based game that forces you to be incredibly fast and accurate with your mouse. I've been playing it for about a month now, and I can confidently say that it's made my aim in-game a lot better, and it's overall increased my mouse familiarity. You don't have to play OSU in particular, but I do recommend getting into a game that really pushes the limits of how accurate you can be with your mouse. Now, I originally made the decision to get into OSU when I saw the player Loop playing it. Loop is a player who is legally blind, and he's also extremely good at Counter-Strike. I remember watching him play OSU, and I noticed he was insane at the game. And I thought there's no way that cannot be helping him in game, right? If you can get better with your mouse, which OSU will help you do, you will get better at Counter-Strike. Now, I know OSU is a bit of a controversial game because some people are really fond of it. They really like the game, and other people don't like a lot of the songs that are on the game. But I do recommend finding a game that pushes your ability to be quick and accurate with your mouse. The last thing I'm going to mention is how well you take care of yourself outside of the game. By this, I'm talking about your diet, how much you exercise, and how much you sleep each night. It's simply ridiculous for you to think that you can be the best possible player you could be when you don't eat healthy, you don't exercise, and you don't sleep a lot. It's been proven that those 3 things can improve your brain function. And if you want to be the best Counter-Strike player you can be, you need the maximum amount of brain function that you can possibly, well, get. I don't know how else to say that, but you guys understand what I'm saying. Esports will, in some time, be the size of actual physical sports. If you look at football players, when they leave the gym or leave practice, they don't eat unhealthy. They don't sleep 2 hours a night. Their entire lives are structured around being physical machines that are at their peak at all times. If you want to be the best player you can possibly be, you need to do the exact same. Once again, especially with this third and final tip, this isn't something that's going to appeal to casual players. If you just want to get a better shot in Counter-Strike, I can't really recommend that you switch your entire diet and lifestyle around. But if you care about going pro and being the best that you could possibly be, this is extremely important. Back when I was at my peak in Halo, I was doing just this. I could have given a shit about my actual health. I just wanted to be the best I could possibly be. And I could definitely tell the difference. I know a lot of you guys might think that last tip is a bit ridiculous. You know, you just want to get better at Counter-Strike. You're not gonna change your entire diet or fix your sleeping schedule. But I will state once again, it's been scientifically proven that those 3 things will improve cognitive performance, and everybody knows if your brain is functioning better, you will perform better in Counter-Strike. And those are my 3 tips. Now, I do want to apologize if you guys have seen any of those tips before. I never found a video that had any of those tips, so to me, this video is unique. But I found the motivation to create this video when I was talking to a buddy of mine who's actually pretty good at Counter-Strike. He messaged me one day and told me that he wanted to become a caster because he felt like he hit his skill limit and wasn't going to get any better. I proceeded to ask him if he had ever played a brain game, if he had ever changed his diet or started getting better sleep, to make sure he was rested for his ESEA matches. He, of course, replied with a no. Guys, I just want to say, make sure you're doing everything in your power to get better. Now, before I finish this video, I need to ask, how badly do you guys actually want to get better? If you're just a casual player who wants to get more kills each game of deathmatch, I highly recommend playing Lumosity and training your brain so you can begin honing down on your reaction time, which will, guaranteed, help you in game. If you're a competitive player who dreams of going pro and is willing to do whatever it takes to improve at the game, I highly recommend following each piece of advice that I mentioned in this video. I guarantee it will make a difference. Anyways, guys, let me know if you want to see any more videos like this. Once again, I'm not the best at Counter-Strike, but I approach this with my Halo mindset. It takes a lot of work to become a professional player in any game, especially if you aren't the most naturally talented player out there. You just have to work really hard and do everything you can to possibly improve at the game. Anyways, that's gonna do it for this video. I will see you guys in the next one.